Switching focus for now, amid the rising conflict between Kabul and Islamabad, another conflict is brewing between Afghanistan and its neighbor, Iran. The dispute revolves around the allocation and use of shared river resources. Water rights have long been a source of friction in the ties between the two sides, which share a more than 900-kilometer border. Iran's foreign ministry has said that an upstream dam built by neighboring Afghanistan on the Harirud River restricts water flow into Iran and could be in violation of bilateral ties. The spokesperson for the Iranian foreign ministry has said that the Iranian government is actively pursuing the matter through diplomatic channels. The Iranian government spokesperson said that Iranian concerns had been communicated to the Afghan authorities. Bagay added, and I'm quoting, "Exploitation of water resources and basins cannot be carried out without respecting Iran's rights in accordance with bilateral treaties or applicable customary principles and rules, as well as the important principle of good neighborliness and environmental considerations," quote unquote. However, officials in Kabul saying that the Pashdan Dam project is necessary for agriculture. Abdul Ghani Baradar, Taliban's acting Deputy Prime Minister for Economic Affairs, had earlier said that Pashdan project was nearing completion and water storage has commenced. According to him, the dam in Herat province will store approximately 54 million cubic meters of water, irrigate 13,000 hectares of agricultural land, and generate 2 megawatts of electricity. The dam in contention is being built on the Harirud water basin, which is shared by Afghanistan, Iran, and Turkmenistan. And it could majorly reduce water flow to Iran's eastern province of Khorasan Razavi, where over 2 million people depend on the river for drinking water. In May 2023, Iran had issued a stern warning to Afghan officials over another dam project on the Helmand River, saying that it violates the water rights of Sistan-Balochistan province in southeastern Iran. Tensions over securing Iran's water rights have persisted between Tehran and Kabul for several years, especially as water scarcity becomes an increasingly pressing issue in the region. Both the countries had signed a water treaty in 1973, under which Afghanistan is obligated to provide Iran with 26 cubic meters of water per second. On to Japan now. It has a rather serious problem: declining birth rates. And now, a Japanese expert has warned that if the birth rate continues to fall, the country will be left with only one child under the age of 14 by the 5th of January 2720. A Japanese expert on demographic trends and aging society thinks that this is a wake-up call, quite literally, for Japan's population concerns. Hiroshi Yoshida, a professor at Tohoku University's Research Center for Aged Economy and Society, has been maintaining a conceptual clock. What does that do? It basically highlights Japan's rapidly declining fertility rate by displaying real-time data on the number of children in the country. How exactly does it map that? Well, the clock shows the number of children in the current year and the previous year, and tracks the decrease every second. What's more, adding to its unique operations, the clock draws official population data from the Japanese Statistics Bureau and calculates a decreasing rate by comparing the number of children in consecutive years. And based on this steady decline, the clock then estimates the year when the number of children will drop to just one. According to the latest calculation, this would happen around the year 2720. That seems a long way from now, but it is concerning nonetheless. And the clock is literally ticking. According to the Japan Times, as a practice, Yoshida has been releasing estimates every year since April 2012. And what's more, the forecast is derived from the annual rate of decline in the population of children, and the latest data reflects a 2.3% decrease. In 2023, Japan's birth rate dropped to a record low of 1.20, with Tokyo's rate falling below 1. But what led to the decline? As per reports, this decline has been linked to fewer marriages and a growing number of people remaining single. Meanwhile, based on government data, the number of births in Japan during the first half of 2024 fell to its lowest level since 1969. Between January and June last year, Japan recorded 350,074 births, a 5.7% drop from the same period in 2023, as per the Health Ministry's preliminary report. Clearly, Japanese policymakers seem to be going out of their way to implement measures in order to tackle the declining birth rate, including expanding childcare facilities, offering housing subsidies, even launching a government-run dating app to encourage marriage and childbearing. Can they succeed, though? Only time will tell. Are you stressed out? I know it's only the middle of the week. It's Wednesday. It might be feeling like a Monday or a Friday, perhaps, depending on the kind of week you've had. Let me just tell you why I'm asking you that rather loaded question. Because we've all heard about how stress affects us, our bodies, our minds. But have you thought about how your stress affects others around you? Have you thought about how your stress levels impact your pets, your dog? You see, earlier, researchers demonstrated that the behavior of a dog owner at the vet impacts the stress levels of the pet. Basically, how negative behavior of the owner meant increased dog anxiety levels during the vet examination. And what happens in a controlled environment? A study looked specifically at the effect of owner stress, measured through heart rate changes, on the stress experienced by the dog when at a vet. Owners and dogs wore heart rate monitors. It was found that changes in an owner's heart rate can predict changes in their dog's heart rate. The dog's heart rates go down as they acclimatize to novel environments. Basically, dog behavior correlates with their heart rate and heart rate variability. If the owner's heart rate increased or decreased during the experiment, their dog's heart rate was also likely to increase or decrease. These results basically suggest that dogs may recognize stress in their owners. This is extremely significant. What does all of that also tell you? Our stress has the potential to impact our pets, our dogs. And staying calm is the mantra, like we've been told, so our dogs can feel calm as well. You think millionaires splurge on yachts and champagne? Well, think again. Meet the new age wealth wizards who drive second-hand cars, thrift their wardrobes, and cook up savings one batch at a time. It's not just about getting rich, it's about staying rich. Ready to unlock the secrets of underconsumption. Take a look at this report to find out more.
Who needs a yacht when a kayak will do? Meet the millionaires swapping champagne for reusable water bottles and designer closets for thrift shop treasures. These new age money moguls are rewriting the playbook, proving that you don't need to spend big to live large. Welcome to the era of underconsumption where less is more. A new frugal finesse is making waves, especially on social media platforms, where hashtags like frugal living and money goals have gone viral. They think of themselves as the Warren Buffetts of the minimalist movement. Their mantra? Every penny saved is a penny compounding. Fast fashion? Pass. Second-hand cars? Yes, please. They're saying no to excess and yes to early retirement, bigger investments and financial freedom. But don't mistake this for deprivation. It's all about mindful spending. Groceries in bulk, no-buy challenges and smart investments in durable goods are their weapons of choice in the war against consumerism. They're not just stretching dollars, they're flipping them into stocks, experiences and dreams. And they're not shy about their motives. The goal? freedom from financial stress, and the ability to work on their terms. In a world obsessed with keeping up, turns out the real secret to living large is to get rich the smart way and to stay rich the frugal way. Bureau Report WION, World is One.